is Vanessa Comprise. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss about the difference between comprise and compose. The first step in understanding the difference is to understand the definitions of comprise versus compose. Consider the definitions of the words comprise and compose, two words that are commonly confused with one another. This will provide you with a foundation of what each word means on its own so you can use them correctly. Comprise is a verb that means to contain. The word is used near the beginning of a sentence. For example, the house comprises ten rooms and 3 baths. Compose is a verb that means to combine, to put something in order or to make up. The word is used near the end of a sentence. For example, 10 rooms and 3 baths compose the house. Making sense of comprise usage. Now that you know the definition of the word comprise, the next step is to make sure you're clear on how to use it properly. Mastering that skill requires understanding proper word usage and developing the ability to recognize improper usage. Proper usage of comprise. Comprise in its simplest form means to contain. For example, you could correctly say, the farm comprises 10 cows, 3 horses, 5 sheep, and 4 pigs. This is just like saying, the farm contains 10 cows, 3 horses, 5 sheep, and 4 pigs. So there are incorrect usage of comprise. It would be incorrect if you said 10 cows, 3 horses, 5 sheep, and 4 pigs comprise the farm. If you are using the word comprise the farm, the wool must come first. The wool, which is in this case, this is the farm, must come earlier in the sentence than the parts which are the cows, horses, sheep, and pigs. Sample application, comprise versus compose. So I have one example of the correct usage of comprise. So the class comprises 16 boys and 12 girls. In the correct answer, you could substitute the words contains for comprises and the sentence would still be correct. This is not the case with the incorrect answer, since the word comprise means to contain. The option where the word's definition could be substituted as the one that is right. Example of incorrect usage. A total of 16 boys and 12 girls comprise the class. So this is the incorrect usage of comprise. So the class is the whole and the students are the parts. Therefore, in order for comprise to be used, the whole class needs to appear earlier in the sentence than the students, which are the parts. So, making sense of compose usage. Now that you're clear on how to properly use comprise, the next step is to learn when to use the words compose. The word compose means to make up or combine. While this word is similar to the word comprise, it has this distinct meaning. So, correct usage of compose. The incorrect option listed in the comprise usage section illustrates situation where compose would be the correct word to choose. So, example of correct usage of compose. A total of 16 boys and 12 girls compose a class. So compose is the correct word because the definition make up could correctly be substituted for compose. The other indicator that compose is the right word to use in the context is the fact that the part comes before the whole. So, incorrect usage of compose. It is incorrect to use compose and comprise interchangeable while not unrelated to each other. These words do not have the same meaning. If you use compose in a sentence that should really contain the word comprise, then there is an error in the sentence. So example of incorrect usage of compose. The class composes 16 boys and 12 girls, so this is incorrect. So as previously mentioned, the word comprises would be the correct term in a sentence structured like this one. The word contains could correctly be substituted for comprises in this word grouping while none of the definitions of compose would fit. For compose to be the correct choice, the whole class would have to come after the part 16 boys and 12 girls. Summarizing the difference, basically, the words comprise and compose are used in opposite situations. Their meanings are similar, but in a sense, they are opposite in terms of how they are used. So again, compose is used when the part comes before the whole. Comprise is used when whole comes before the part. An interesting twist. Another important consideration related to how these words should be used is related to the phrases is composed of and is comprised of. Many grammar guides actually suggest that the phrase is comprised of is always incorrect. When you think about it, it makes sense. It does not make sense to say is contained of, but not but it does not make sense to say is made up of. However, the phrase is comprised of is often used and is growing in popularity with grammar experts. For example, some experts consider incorrect to say, the farm is comprised of 10 cows, 3 horses, 5 sheep, and 4 pigs. And the class is comprised of 16 boys and 12 girls. This is a good example of how language is always evolving. If, however, you want to be certain that no one will wonder if you might be misusing a word, it's best to avoid using is comprised of, at least until such time that it becomes universally accepted.